Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So this is going to be another monthly reset. We're going to create my TBR for March. We're going to create my March reading journal spread. We're going to go through my February reading journal wrap up, and we're also going to go to the library. The library I wasn't planning on doing in this video, but I've been sick the past 4 days I think, and I've just had a really stressful week, so I feel like just leaving the house. Since today I feel better, and I might get boba because I feel like I deserve boba. I might pick up some books that I'll read in March. I probably shouldn't, because I often borrow books from the library that I don't end up reading, and I have enough books I already need to read this month, but sometimes I get carried away. Like, borrowing books from the library is just so much fun. It feels like I'm like playing a game. Like I'm buying books for free, even though I have to return them. It's just a lot of fun. Let me know what you're planning to read in March, if there's any books you're really excited to read this month, and I hope you enjoy this video. Firstly, we're gonna go to the library. Hi guys, so it is the next day. I was at the library for like an hour and then I left because I got a headache. I didn't have the best time. I was just very anxious and not feeling well, and then the rest of the day I just spent not doing much. I still don't feel very well, so I'm sorry if I'm like low energy, but we're gonna go through my TBR for March. I've made my TBR smaller. You will see shortly how much of my February TBR I read, and it wasn't a lot. So I'm gonna try and be more realistic, and I have a lot of videos in mind for these books, so hopefully we get through them. Let's get to it. So firstly, we have King of Pride by Anna Wong. This is the second book in the Kings of Sin series. I read King of Wrath maybe like 4 months ago and I enjoyed it, but it was very like average book to me. I felt like it was very similar to a lot of other billionaire Grumpy Ex-Sunshine romances I had read, so it wasn't like very special. I saw a bit of these characters in King of Wrath and I was really excited for this book, but I've seen some negative reviews, so I'm kind of not as excited anymore, but I really want to continue this series and hopefully I really like this book. The cover is gorgeous. I don't know a lot about the couple. I think Kai, he's a billionaire. I think he's going to become CEO. He's very serious. And then Isabella is a lot of fun. She likes to party. Kai isn't her type. And I think it's also like a forbidden romance. But I just really liked both of their characters when we got glimpses of them in King of Wrath. So I feel like I'm gonna like this, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. And then this is a big book. I want to read Gleam. This is massive. This is the third book in the Plated Prisoner series. I think this is the best book in the series from what I've heard. This is where things get really good, and I'm very excited. I'm also nervous because I know we're going to go through a lot in this book. I can just imagine everything that's going to happen, and it's going to be a lot. So I am very nervous, but I know this is like the most loved book in the series, so I'm also very excited. This is a dark fantasy romance, and the first 2 books were very triggering, so definitely check trigger warnings, and I feel like this is where things are going to heal and things are going to get better, hopefully. And then the next books I want to read are on Kindle Unlimited. I want to read Obsidian Throne. This is the 4th book in the Scarlet Princess series. I read the first 3 books quite a while ago actually, and then I never got to the 4th one and the last book of the series. I kind of forgot about it, but I want to finish it. Yeah, the 2nd and 3rd book, I think they were both 5 stars. Yeah, I loved those books. I loved the relationship. The enemies to lovers was so good. It is a fantasy romance. I think it's also YA. Is it YA? I think so, but it was just so good, but I just never got to the 4th one, so I want to finish the series. And then I also want to read Behind the Net. This has been on my TBR for a long time, and I really want to try and read more on Kindle because I'm paying for it every month, and so I want to utilize it more. And I was like, what can I read on Kindle this month, and I thought Behind the Net was a good idea. It's a very popular hockey romance. I don't really know much about the actual plot. I just know it's a hockey romance and people love it. I think people love the male main character. Yeah, that's all I know. And then lastly, I want to read Eclipse of the Crown. I'm currently reading it. I think I'm 100 pages in. This is the third book in the Villains and Virtues series. It is a fantasy romance. I read the first book in January. The second book I finished the start of this month, so the start of March. And I started the third book, which is the last book in the series. But I know really good things are going to happen in this book, so I'm really excited. I can just read those books so quickly. The romance is so good. The characters are so good. The male main character is half demon, half human. The female main character is a human, and she's like the sweetest human ever. Like, she is so adorable. And Damien, the male main character, is also like a villain, but he's also like so sweet, and I just love it. And they go on like journeys throughout all of the books. They go to all these different lands. There's magic, there's creatures. So I can't wait to read this last book. But yeah, those are all the books on my TBR. I feel like it's not a very exciting TBR, but I'm trying to be more realistic. But yeah, we're gonna get into journaling now. I'm very excited. I'm gonna give a wrap up of my February spread, the books I read in February and all of that stuff, and then we're gonna create my March spread. I'm so excited. This is my favorite thing. Journaling is so fun. Like, it is so fun. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get into my February wrap up. Here is my bookshelf where I color in when I read books. Then we have my reading tracker. We have a few more squares added. My series tracker, I don't think I really added much. My favorite book for February was An Education in Malice. All the books I'm reading in 2024. So my completed February spread, I only read 4 of the books I wanted to read from my TBR. I filled out when I read the books in the calendar. I really like that. I read Only When It's Us, Thrown in the Dark, Bride, An Education in Malice, Fangirl Down. And then we have my little cottage house wrap up. I love this. I read 5 books. My average rating was 4.55. My TBR, I read 33%. And then the genres I read 3 fantasy books and 2 romance. And then the total amount of pages I read was 1,975. And then we have my physical TBR. I filled in 4 books. And then we have my uploads. I thought I'd make an uploads spread for the YouTube videos I post in February. I thought this was really cute. I think that'd just be nice to look at since all my videos are book related. Let's get into my March spread. So the first spread I actually did, I didn't end up liking, but I thought I'd show you guys the process anyways. And I thought it'd be nice to show you guys that I failed or I made a mistake, and it's very easy to fix mistakes. I wanted to do this, I think it's gingham, that sort of pattern, and it just didn't work out. But it's very easy to fix mistakes in journaling and try not to be discouraged by it, because this was an idea I had for quite a while that I was really excited to do, and then it just didn't turn out right. And I just continued on with something else, and the spread I ended up actually doing, I like so much, so everything turned out okay. Okay, here I'm starting the new spread. I decided to follow the like green theme. I've been really into plants lately. I was into plants maybe a few years ago, but I didn't take very good care of them. They all died. Now I've gotten back into it and I love it. I love taking care of plants and like anything. Like, I treat my cats like they're my children, and I do the same with my plants. And I love how it looks, and so I wanted to do that for March. I feel like March is a plant month. I don't know. It just feels like spring, even though in Australia it's the end of summer. So it's not really spring, but it feels right. I did a gradient thing for the title. I did this in a few spreads that will be in a different video coming up, and I think it looks really cool. Now I'm adding stickers. I actually ended up taking off this bow sticker because I didn't like how the colors looked with everything else, and then I colored over the light green because I also didn't like how that looked. I think I wanted to focus on darker greens and light pink. I'm just writing up my TBR. And now I'm doing the box for the TBR. Usually I would use a ruler, but I thought I might try doing it freehand, and I might like how that looks. I think the messy look is nice, but sometimes I mess things up really badly when I don't use a ruler, so I was really testing myself not using a ruler, but it turned out okay, thankfully. Now I'm doing the calendar. I actually did miss a day. It only goes to 30 instead of 31. Whoops. But like in February with the calendar, I'm going to color in when I'm reading a book, so I can see when I've started a book and when I finished it, and it shows me how long it takes to read a book. Now we're going into the plants. I don't usually do voiceovers, so please let me know if you prefer them, or if you prefer just have music and then me explain everything after I finish the spread. But I thought a voiceover could be good so I can explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but let me know what you prefer. I'm doing all the little leaves now. I just kept them all the same color. Now we're doing vines. I love adding vines to spreads because I feel like it just pulls it all together and it makes it look a lot nicer. I feel like my spreads always look kind of busy, but I like how it looks. I feel like it's really pretty. I decided to outline the letters in darker colors because I felt like something was missing. Now I'm outlining all the flowers, and I'm adding some more onto the page. And I'm also outlining the vines with a darker pen. And I'm adding these little like tiny plant things. I don't know what to call them. They look like that plant emoji with 2 leaves, and I think it looks so cute. And I'm adding little dots everywhere. Okay, now I'm doing the books read spread. This is the same as the February one, where I just put the books I've read and I write some stuff about them. I always start out with just doing 2 of these spreads in case I don't read more than 6 books. So I'm doing the same color theme for the March title. Now we're adding stickers. I love adding these little cute stickers. And we're doing the boxes. So now I'm just writing book, author, format, genre, mood, thought, dates, and pages. And I'm adding more vines, of course. And then we're done. I think this spread is so cute. I love the plants theme. I did another books read page, but I didn't show you guys because it's repetitive. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun. Resets are very fun and relaxing to do. Let me know what's on your TBR, what you're currently reading. I love to talk to you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.